Love Actually is probably the worst Christmas movie ever made, friends. Billy Jack here, coming at you from the Brisbane Town podcast. I'm the Duke of Brisbane Town. Me, Billy Jack, is spreading the Christmas cheer this Christmas. That's all I'm talking about. Love Actually, friends. Well, I ain't been there very much over the last 20, 30 years, but from what I understand it from my friend's son and grandson who've been over there, this movie is set in London town, London, England. And I don't get it, because I can't see no black people and people from the Pakistan and whatnot here in the film, friends. That ain't right. Because from what I understand, from what I done told y'all, from them folks who've been over there, face looks like Soweto these days, and I don't see that in the movie, so maybe it's because it was 10 years ago, I don't know. You know, the movie has a lot of different stories and some great actors, but let's get on with the review, because ain't got much time left before Christmas. I gotta do all my shopping for all my friends and relatives and whatnot. And here we go. Prime Minister of Great Britain is played by Mr. Hugh Grant, and he falls in love with the young secretary in his office, and he does the Pointer Sisters and stuff like that. Tells off the POTUS, played by Billy Bob. And a lot of other things are happening. There is a crime novelist by the name, I forget his name, played by Mr. Colin Firth, Darcy of Darcy fame, and he falls in love with a young Portuguese lady and goes over there and speaks the Portuguese to him. And there's another one where there's Laura Linney, you can see her titties in the film, and she takes her top off, and she goes to bed with the young Spanish man that takes a call, and he works in the office with her, but they get their thing on, but she takes a call and doesn't get it on. But the real story here is, I think, Kiera Knightley playing a brand new bride, just got married to a gentleman by the name of Hugh. He's the only man of color in the film, unfortunately, because I sure don't portray London as I understand it these days. And she's always being stalked by some creeper by the name, actor played by Andrew Lincoln, who plays a character and keeps stalking her and waiting outside with big love cards and whatnot. It's a real hoot. And then you get Bill Nighy of the vampire fame when you watch them Underworld films. And he's just playing his good old self, Bill Nighy, no difference. And he sings a song, Christmas is All Around, which is probably the only highlight of the film because they rip off Simply Irresistible with the late, great, 80s pop star, whatever his name was. And he gets along well with his producer. And then you have Liam Neeson, a great actor, and his stepson. Liam Neeson's character's wife just died. And his stepson is fallen in love with the young girl, and chases her through the airport, which, as I understand it, if you try that stuff on anywhere around Heathrow, you will get shot in the head quick smart. So I don't think it's a good idea to have that on film. But then again, this happened before 2005, when everything changed over there in Llama Land with them problems they had. So maybe not. The interesting thing, I think, is the biggest thing is when Hugh Grant playing the Prime Minister of England tells off Billy Bob playing POTUS and some horse shit to make them folks over there feel better about their gray, cold existence in wintertime, where the only thing they could look forward to is a trip down to Primark to get a 5-pound scarf or a sweater or something, while they're fighting off hordes of Germans, Italians, Spaniards, Swedes, and just about everyone else from Europe who's come over to Primark to worship at the cult of Primark and buy their clothes for cheap, made in Bangladesh by people who ain't got about 20 days left to live before their buildings collapse all over them again. And, well, let's hope not, but those things will be known to happen anyway. And wherever the hell they make their clothes, who the hell knows, friends. And apart from that, they can get their fill of London on the big Ferris wheel they got over there, like the one we got up here in Brisbane Town, except down there it's always raining and whatnot. And so make them feel good about themselves, I guess, before they have the next set of riots over there. Let's hope they don't, but it all happened a couple of years ago when it kicked off, as y'all know. And the most interesting thing, apart from that confrontation between Mr. Hugh Grant and Billy Bob, is the character's played by Mr. Alan Rickman, who is a famous actor. If y'all remember that Bruce Willis film from the 80s by the name of Die Hard, he played the bad dude in that film, and he's married to Emma Thompson, another English actress. Her character is his wife, and they don't like each other too much these days. And I can tell you now, I mean, I've been married now more than once, and you can all see my video about me having an affair over here in Brisbane Town with a fine young lady who is married, so I understand what he's going through. But basically, Alan Rickman's trying to get his ends wet with a young lady and buys her some jewelry, and this is a spoiler alert here, but there is a conscience character played by the funny Mr. Bean, who made a pretty unfunny film called Mr. Bean, but the actor, you all know the one, who plays a jewelry salesman in a store like Harrods or something, and he goes in to buy it, and he holds him up to make him embarrassed and such. But Emma Thompson's character, the wife, finds out that she didn't get it for Christmas, so he must have given it to someone else. So that's a problem. But the real creep thing about the film is when that young man keeps stalking Kiera, who could sure look like she could do with a couple of cheeseburgers and a little steak or two, and maybe even a few chocolate Maltese or thick shakes as well, because she sure don't look too good in my opinion. But then again, what do I know? I don't like fatties, so I guess I'm biased. But a couple other problems is it's just silly nonsense, and it's a romantic comedy with some famous actors like Mr. Hugh Grant, and with Christmas theme as well, so you can't lose, because you get the Christmas and you get the rom-com thing happening. Over there in Llama Land, they call these things rom-coms, romantic comedies. But anyway, that's my review of Love Actually. I think it sucks. I think it would have been better if they showed more of the real London town with the dirt and the poverty and the problems they're having over there, coming to terms with themselves, especially for next year when Scotland's going to be its own country again. The first time in a few hundred years, which is good news for them folks. But I don't get the whole thing with running through the airports and kissing that young girl. I mean, that stuff's going to be dangerous these days. Don't do that. And I remember, I know it's only a film, and I haven't been to London town for many decades. I went there once on a stopover, and I managed to get out and see the city a little bit, but apparently it's changed a lot. And people chasing people all around town just to get their ends wet, when all they need to do is take a holiday to a land of smiles, and they could do it all for about $25, and they wouldn't have to worry about infidelity in their marriage and such. Get out of their system, and they could do it. Now, I know you're thinking I'm being all hypocritical, because I am married and having an affair, as you can see in my video, but hey, I'm talking about a movie here, it's fantasy, and I think they could have done a better plot, although one of the characters does go overseas and has fun over there with the ladies in another country, which is also unrealistic in the movie. But anyway, the whole thing is a good exercise in propaganda to make them folks over there feel better about themselves. To that extent, I give them 10 out of 10. They do a better job than the BBC ever would. And good luck to those fine folks over there. I hope they have a good Christmas and put this thing in the VHS player to lighten up on these days on the computers. Now, it is my third month on the internet, and I understand that you can even buy these things somehow onto the computer, and then you just basically watch it on your computer screen, which is amazing. But anyway, so all those folks over there, my fine friends over there, fans over in Lima Land, I hope you have a great Christmas. Watch this movie, feel good about yourselves. That's my review. What do you think, friends? Love Actually, a lot of people think it sucks. I think it's I think it's got to be one of the most unfunny romantic comedies of all time. I don't understand a lot of it, but then again, I didn't grow up in that gray, cold place called Lana Land, so I guess I don't understand those things. Hey, friends, Love Actually, Billy Jack the Truth below. Leave your comments, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, share the video. Bye for now. See you next time on the channel. Tell Billy Jack the Truth below. Bye for now.